Wraith Bands, Bracers, and new talismans. From okay items to incredible items to maybe okay items again. When the patch dropped, the item gave you 8 agility, 8 attack speed, and 3 strength and intelligence for 510 gold. Nowadays, you're actually getting less agility than the old Wraith Band that came before this one, 6 agility for pretty much the same price of when they released 720. You also have to pair that with the nerfs on Aquila not existing anymore, and Hurricane Pike not giving you the chance to use the Wraith Band later. The overall impact of the Wraith Band nerfs is that, well, at the beginning of the patch, people were literally skipping 1s, boots, to get 3, sometimes 4 Wraith Bands. Nowadays, you still see people going for sometimes 3, and that pretty much depends on the hero, but watch Arthur here. He gets 1 before the second Wraith Band, and even though he goes battle fear in this game and farms quite a bit, he only buys 2 in total, whereas the old PAs were going for 3 pretty much every time. Heroes like Naga, that depend quite a bit on illusions, many times still get 3 of the item, but you do see a change. Sylar, for instance, in this game, only went for 1 Wraith Band and decided to get Diffusal straight away. You can actually compare this game with another one that Raven played. He is 23-1 here, so it was a huge stomp, and he gets a slower Diffusal Blade than Sylar, obviously because the Wraith Bands cost gold, but the time difference is actually quite substantial. It's around 2 minutes. Considering you're going to sell the items later and that Naga only has real kill potential after Diffusal Blade, we might start to see players getting even less Wraith Bands depending on the hero they're playing. And don't get me wrong, the item's still amazing, but with all the nerfs, they definitely feel less of an instant blind pick, and more something that you actually have to put some thought into it. Obviously, the fact that Treads is so good now with 14 stats changed things and priorities. One of the first videos I did about 720 was about Thompson's Huskar, and he literally went for 4 bracers before getting anything else. In this Dondo game, he does get 3 bracers, but note how he buys boots after completing the first bracer, and only finishes the other ones later. Ewar in this Huskar game only gets 2 braces, which seems to be the reasonable quantity that most players are going for nowadays.